was a little bit more difficult for them, but now moving on into the match at hand, let's see how they're able to bounce back.
I have high hopes. I'm trying not to count them out. I'm trying not to discount them too early because I want to see this team succeed. One of the first lands I ever casted internationally was ESEA Premier Land back in Season 19. This is going back several years. It was back in Leicester, England. And at the time, Angel was playing with the Hellraisers roster that was actually pretty much a surprise team. They had started performing again, turning things around from the old legendary brand. Had time to talk to him. This guy has a serious mind for the games. Artis picking off Happy early on in the round. Another legendary Counter-Strike player in his own right. He'll be watching for the remainder of the round. As Artis is now on the Jet playing aggressively. This is something that we wanted to see, something we talked about. As much as Jet is mocked a little bit, here it makes perfect sense. Pyth, though, picking off Hip, the breach going down. Again, you've got Artis on A, the Jet finding one more kill. Yurii manages to spot Pyth, Angel backing off with 8 HP. It'll come down to 2. It's the Raze and the Sova. And the slow orb goes towards the smoke. Both players coming in from A connector.
Something we saw in the previous map as well. Team Angel started off hot, but then Team Taimou were able to bounce back as the rounds continued. Seems to be how this one is starting off as well. On screen, soulcas, the last ones remaining. Headshot will come through with the ghost, but still 3 members remain, and they have to work their way onto the site. The spike is ticking down, and they need to act quick. Already one more will find its way through soulcas's shots, and now it's down to the 1v1. Paint Shell's going to be coming through. Angel's in trouble, but will still manage to find the frag, and the spike will explode, giving Team Angel, of course, the round win.
Four kills on the round for soulcas, but it's still not enough. The Raze trying to do everything possible. Team Taimou dropped the pistol despite full eliminations of their opposition. Artis, 3 kills on the round. No surprise, Artis is going to go straight to the Phantom. The rifle play coming out.
That breach is asking.
Touching upon it momentarily, the Jet at times feels like a waste because it feels like it's not as useful as maybe some of the other heroes just because the kit is very selfish. The kit is very self-serving. But when you have a strong individual player, it makes perfect sense for them to play the Jet. I've come around. I used to be a Jet hater. Now I'm a Jet lover. I think that when you have strong individual players, Jet is the pick. Angel, early on, turning things around from his last game. Hopefully, as he picks off one, there's that Jet. Artis sneaking into the C site. They had no idea he was there. Just walks up long, completely catching them off guard. Again, only 2 that remain.
You know, I'm noticing a trend here. Artis always on that second round, buying the Phantom, and look how well it's working out for him. Already 3 kills to his name. Of course, Happy going to find one, but really no one else is going to fall outside of that. And now Artis gets to carry that Phantom on into the following round, and the weapons will continue to stack up. We're going to replay at his push in through C. 1, 2, and then here's the third. Really have to, you know, theory craft that purchase early on, and it's been paying off quite well for him.
(2-0) start for Team Angel. Fingers crossed for them that it continues in similar fashion. Angel diving out mid early on, getting somewhat aggressive towards this B site right off the bat, pushing up closer and closer. There's one close. That'll be Team Taimou's captain, Taimou himself, losing the battle to Angel, who takes out Happy as well. Great work. Again, we mentioned it. Maybe just feeling more comfortable on a different map, and we do see that. 2 players do go down over towards C long on screen, bringing it back to a 3-on-3. The Raze shifting positions, now going towards the garage. They're going to continue to head towards this C site. Timing is everything at this point. They do have a player on the site who is incredibly low. That's on screen, who's currently on plat. The Raze is trying to offer some support from spawn.
Yeah, just looking in towards the B side. The callouts will be very clear. They're now ready to push towards the C site. The smoke executes to come through. No one has noticed the member on plat. It's on screen, but Angel quickly answering it back. The showstopper sent flying down to the 1v2. Miss Rage with the Spectre and a Dream, looking to try to get redemption arcs here. One shot will come through. It's going to go on to soulcas, down to the 1v1. It is the mirror image of Miss Rage. Pit on the Cypher trying to make his way through. The spike is still down, so Mr. Rage needs to
I have
act quickly,
retrieved
and
the
now
spike.
picking up that spike,
Cage triggered.
looking to try to create some space with the cyber cage. Now that execute will start to come through, but Pyth in a beautiful position, just waiting for the rotate through. Headshots clean, and now the diffuser will give Team Taimou the first round.
But just looking for any possible gun upgrades that could be down, not seeing anything. Goes ahead and sticks it as well. Good play from Pyth in the 1v1. Ooh, a little spicy there from Pyth. How many lumps would you like in your tea?
Be 2 sugars, please. 2 sugars. I think Pyth.
Again, probably just doing CPR.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Just CPR.
Hands are busy. Has to make sure that at least they come back alive.
He's
and
got
well.
weak
Artist.
arms. He's got to use the body weight.
I'm really interested in Artist's purchases. It's a round that they lost. Of course, they still have the economy, but they're staying afloat. And usually, from what you and I are used to, that third round never goes well for the team once they bounce back. Their economy is usually not in the greatest shape. They force buy way, way, way up. Artist, even buying a Phantom on the second round, getting going to the third, has enough for the operator here, already using it to great effect, finding one. Hip will answer back as well, and now it's the 3v5, and it's been this C hit 4 rounds in a row, and it's worked every time.
Yeah, they managed to gain access to this C site just a little too easily currently. Team Taimou is going to have to make an adjustment, as they just can't seem to stop this push. Onscreen played so well in that last map as well. It wasn't a bad game for Onscreen in map number 1, but just not able to slow down this push that's coming towards that direction. soulcas not offering too much support either. So a 5-on-3, and I don't think they have any intentions of going for this one based on the positions. You can tell that. They're just setting up for exits and hoping to save the guns. A third round coming on the board here for Team Angel. I mean, the last round was expensive. You know, they survived with 1 player, so they desperately need to stack this money up as best as possible. Double cage pop there from Pyth to get back into its B site. I like the approach. So it looks like all 3 guns will be making it into the next round.
Keeping things a little bit more safe than sorry. Team Taimou want to put some rounds on the board, and the only way to do that is to have the weaponry to do so. Unfortunately, the buys, as you're seeing, not going to be the greatest, and so they need to figure something out. At least this round is going to be likely the force up, or just to have enough for some sort of weaponry in the round to come. On screen, going to maybe buy something, but 1900, he probably does not want to drop any lower than that, so he's going to opt in for the frenzy there. It looks like no utility as well. Team Angel can feel quite confident about the round up to come, and instead of C, they're going to hit B this time, but little do they know there are a lot of tripwires waiting for them.
Yeah, a little bit of spam coming through. An interesting mix to have the Cypher on B. You know, typically Cypher will play towards, or the C site play towards the A site, locking down long. Not many teams favoring that Cypher on B, usually wanting to put the Sage in that position. So it's just a bit interesting. Happy, though, playing over on this A site, and Happy, oh no, Happy doesn't get the timing right. Starts shooting just a little too early. Misses the mark, but Taimou gets aggressive on short. That's the team captain Angel falling. It's now going to be a 4-on-5, but they've got full site control. And again, they've got Artist here on the operator. Now watching from short. Taimou is really just waiting for the team to start moving in. Pyth gets 1 before soulcas is traded out. And again, the numbers advantage stays with the defense.
Taimou, great lurk here down Banana. The Hunter's Fury going to come out here to try to make things that much more difficult. One going to connect through hell. Hip is going to find one. The Artist still holding on to that operator. That's going to be the most difficult part about entering onto the side by Taimou. He's playing the long con, wrapping around the entire way. The Blade Storm not going to work out there as Happy going to find 2. And finally, the economy is going to start swinging into Team Taimou's favor.
I mean, Happy was actually the A-side defender that started that round. Happy made initial contact and then fell off back through spawn, went all the way back up into heaven to get the final 2. So Happy surviving while the rest of his team went through and fought, ends up finding the 2 crucial kills to close things out. And now we have that more standard approach with Happy playing towards the B site, Cypher over on C with the Sova, and then you've got Raze and Brim playing towards A.
Weaponry still available here for Team Angel, but unfortunately it's quite neck and neck, 2 and 3 rounds respectively for each team. And we saw something similar on Bind. We'll see if Team Taimou are able to run away with rounds once again. Going to be a wait-and-see game for that, as we see Angel poised up quite aggressively up near B, but still it's just the feelers being sent out from Team Angel, gathering information, playing a little bit more respectively as opposed to just pushing through into one site. The information gathering game is going to pay off in dividends as Yurii will find one, but Taimou, he answers back with a couple of operator shots, of course, on screen. On the opposite side, going to find one in the courtyard, and now it's just down to 2. Artist with the operator looking to punish Taimou, does so effectively, but now has to push in towards A with Happy waiting on the other side.
Taimou making quick sense of the operator, no surprise there. Was a very strong hit scan player in Overwatch, favoring the Widowmaker, so it makes perfect sense. Widow being the sniper, of course, for Overwatch, for those that are unaware. Happy, right around the corner, can't quite best hip despite having the strong angle. You've still got on-screen on site who's dropped a little bit low. Artist moving in, has nothing left in the kit, just has to take the direct aim fight. But are we really surprised that Artist wins the battle? Of course not. Artist, very strong player. It's down to a one-on-one now. It's the Cypher for Team Taimou trying to come through on the flank. Artist, really strong positioning. Getting into spawn, obviously indicating that the push is coming through from the other side. So Pyth has his work cut out for him.
Be making his way through the sewers now. Artist, great positioning. All he has to do, needs to hold the crosshair there. Fortunately for him, flicks back just in time, and a beautiful 3K here for Artist. Talked a little bit about waiting for somebody to pick up the jet. Here it is, Artist, already 11-3, leading the charge for his team. And something I think Team Angel really needs is that cornerstone figure to really perform, and Artist is doing exactly that in the first few rounds.
Artist 11-3. I mean, that's just crazy performance coming out from this player, who again has the operator. Taimou's going to be on the Marshal, trying to make do with the much smaller brother to the operator. Still hits for a good amount of damage, so 2 hits is still a kill. And if you happen to encounter someone with low armor, it might be a little bit easier. And I'm looking at Hip right now as that player, currently on 25 armor, not on full. Happy, pushed up aggressively on long A. Taimou right beside him as well with that Marshal. There's the jump peek up from the operator. Artist, though, manages to get away after missing the initial shot.
Ooh, another shot missed as well. Taimou, though, Marshal, while it is the younger brother, still has some kick, especially if you're able to get into some close engagements. Can actually be quite helpful, considering the spray pattern doesn't really go too wide. A couple of shots already going to come through. Taimou going to take down Artist. The younger brother strikes back, and now caught between a rock and a hard place. The jump shot, it's going to connect, and now it's just down to the 2v3.
You will not kill my ally.
There's the res, though, making things so much harder for them. They do have the Cypher, alt Cypher, pushing up on short. That Pyth, if Pyth can get into this corner, maybe? Yeah, so Pyth could have a strong position, but it doesn't look like they're going to head back towards A, as a bulk of the players are actually grouping up towards mid. So now he's got a flank play potential, but soulcas has to make it work. Tripwire does give away the position. soulcas almost got that Sheriff under control, dropping the jet down below half HP. 14 seconds left on the round. The spike going to be planted, and now Pyth just back in spawn, looking to maybe scoop up a gun if possible and play an exit.
Weapon here.
Really do feel like that was a costly round for Team Angel. Of course, there are 3 members remaining, but they even used the res to get Artist back into the mix. Of course, very important player, has his operator back where he wants it, in his hands, but still using a res to get that back into the mix. And now Team Taimou, in theory, can play the res economy and keep that hanging over Team Angel's head. Still going to be a round that goes over to them. 2-5 is the scoreline after this one, and Pyth, like you were saying, playing the exit frag duty, and he's going to try to make it a little bit more costly, but they don't push directly back into spawn, and so Pyth is going to stay alive as well. But unfortunately, that's going to be another one that falls because of the spike, and he still ends up falling anyway to Angel. But having a quick little replay, Taimou, the jump shot here was beautiful. Unfortunately, not able to seal the deal on the Sage in the back there, but still, Taimou trying to put on a good performance for us.
I love the jumping classic. Jumping burst fire on the classic feels so good. It reminds me of CS. It reminds me of the old Glock, the old burst fire Glock that was actually useful with the jumping shots. These days, it feels maybe a little less powerful than it was back in 1.6, 1.5 in Source. Here comes the op peak on long C. Artist swings wide on screen, tried to get aggressive with the deep dart. Doesn't work out so well for him. So again, we see that C site a little bit compromised. They lose a player early on, and we're going to see a leaning towards that area from Team Angel.
Seeing Artist, remnants of Mixwell yesterday, pushing in aggressively with the Blade Storm, slice and dice, finds 2. And it's one last final member remaining. It's Pyth. There's a large duty ahead of him. The Bulldog is what he picked up in the last round. And not really sure he's going to hold it onto it this time around. He's going to try to push in aggressively. 1 kill will come through. Can he find a few more? Not going to be the case. It's Angel that'll seal the deal on that one. 4 rounds here. Not really sure if they were back-to-back, but Team Angel definitely in the driver's seat now. Economy starting to balloon over to them. Entering into round number 9. Nearing the end of this first half, Team Taimou were able to get a couple of rounds in early, but have struggled to do so since Angel's been on a streak.
It was actually a nice shot there as well with the burst fire. Just hearing the footsteps, reacting quickly. Angel survives after taking a few shots to the dome from the Bulldog. Artist 15-4. We're only 8 rounds in. Almost at 2 FPR. That's pretty nutty. Artist peeking again on long C, and they just do not have an answer for this. They try again to get a little bit more aggressive with an off angle, trying to peek with the pistol. It doesn't work out so well. There's one right to the right here. Miss Rage has to contend with it, and on screen just can't get the Sheriff into the right position in time. So again, the C side is lost. Again, we're going to see a C side execute. Again, the Spike's going to plan on C. Rounds are on repeat.
Yeah, when you have a player like Artist, regardless of it being an eco round for Team Taimou or the full buy with assault rifles, you just have somebody like Artist who's able to look down long and just have control. He knows he's going to land the shot, and if he doesn't, tailwind back into the mix, and gets another, and then gets another, and then gets another. And then you have this buddy system where he doesn't push alone, obviously. He's going to have one more there for the refrag if things really go down to the wire. And he's going to have another there for the refrag. It's just like clockwork here for Team Angel. They're playing their distance and using Artists as kind of their glass cannon to push through and get the kills they need.
Artist currently operating as the can opener. He is the key to getting into every single site, regardless of where they go, it seems. Has had a lot of success towards C. This time, they're going to go towards the A side, probably anticipating a shift. And they've now moved the Cypher over towards A. They've got a 3-player hold towards C, with Raze really playing back B, but also supporting from garage window if need be. So now is the round to head towards A. And that's what they're currently doing. The Spike, though, hasn't committed. Now the Sage is starting to rotate off B, realizing they haven't spotted much in mid. There's no footsteps in grass as of yet. And that's Happy, who's actually on the operator. So Happy switching away from the rifle roll, heading on over towards the operator. And there is a fight coming right up short. Will Happy have the chops to hit that first shot? Shoots a little too early, can't quite get it around the corner. The orbital strike coming out, as well as the rolling thunder. The site is being taken. It's being bombarded by utility right now as they get their way in. It will be a 5-on-5 retake as the Spike gets planted.
There's a long rotate over from the solo player, looking to try to make some action happen. Artist smells that something might be up. Already a kill, traded back and forth, planning in the corner, but it's still no one's game quite yet. The resurrection will come back for Taimou back into the mix. It is the 4v3 now, but Artist still holding on to that. Operator can be quite deadly. Happy, it's already taken down. Angel take that one down, but on screen's on fire. Finds 2. All up to Artist now. Can't land that shot. Heavy shoulders for him to get the job done, and it's going to be on screen with the 3K. Finally, Team Taimou, after a couple of rough rounds, find one into the mix, and they'll pick up 2 operators for their troubles and bring it to the next round.
Difficult position for Artist to be in. Can't blame him for that one. Look at the heavy op play coming out from this defensive side. They know exactly what they're facing off against. Artis, who has been playing lights out with the operator, needs 3 ops against him just to prevent him from doing what he's been doing, just to keep him from exploiting that defense the way he has been. Angel is back alive as well after a disappointing first map, struggling at times to even just get on the scoreboard. I think it was the first 10 rounds, Angel hadn't found a single kill. Angel second in command, back behind the top fragger Artis. 7 rounds currently for Team Angel. As they regroup after a round loss, they're going to be trying to gain control towards that B site. Taimou up on top of the box. Spots out Miss Rage early, so it'll be a man-down operation over towards B. There's the dart coming out from the camera, giving away the position of Artis. The spike, though, potentially going down up on top of the wall is Artis. Artis can't quite get the shot there. They're going to try and break the wall to prevent the plant. Not going to happen. Breach charge coming out. And the B site's been lost. The spike's been planted. Artis backside of mid in the perfect position to play defense for this.
It's all falling apart here for Team Taimou. Last 2 members remaining. Happy, though, can get the job done with the operator, but it's going to be a tall task. This is one of the most difficult retakes because you know they're all going to be looking in through the courtyard. So many angles to choose from, but the barrier orb can at least start the job, and the defusal is going to be important. They'll force the issue and break that down. One shot will come in from on screen. Still more remain as Angel will take one down. All up to Happy. Gonna save the weaponry, but unfortunately, Angel not gonna let him escape.
Angel with the 4K on the round. Again, we talked about it. Looking at the scoreboard, Angel now has tied Artis, like sort of quietly sneaking into that position on the scoreboard. When you compare it to how Artis has been playing, we've been profiling Artis, seeing these flashy shots coming out from the operator. Angel's been performing consistently throughout this game. This is what we expected to see from him on the last map. I'm glad to see it. Just wish it would have come a little bit sooner. 17-6 for him, 17-5 for Artis. Getting flashbacks to that first match in day 1 when it was Chihuahua and Boaster, the Opper and the Rifler, who were doing all the damage. This time around, though, it's Team Angel who's finding similar success. Scoreline maybe not as healthy as it was for his team as it was in that scenario. I think it was 11-1 at half. But regardless, much better half coming in here for Team Angel. But look at the aggression. One of the few rounds they didn't put anyone towards C, and as a result, soulcas is going to have the backstab here as they push through from spawn.
Yeah, and now backing away, rightfully so. You don't want to face the operator, regardless of at what distance. We've seen Artis play it close. We've seen him play it at range. Happy finds himself an upgrade on the Vandal. Artis now leading the charge towards A, but he's up against 5 and has a lot of taking down to do to make sure that he wins the round. Camera likely going to spot him out in transition. One going to be down Banana. The other 2 waiting to push into the sewers. Happy gets aggressive, and he's going to find them all, takes them down. Then it's all up to that last and final member. Breath Lotion, a.k.a. Miss Rage, finds one, but Taimou quickly taking down, and Happy time and time again showing us why he simply is the best.
Happy and David P. both played Sage similar ways, using the wall to gain height over their opposition, not using the wall to just kind of section off something defensively. Great play from Happy, who found multiple kills on the round. At the end of the day, though, it's his team who's coming into the second half with a bit of a deficit. 8-4, strong first half coming out from Team Angel. Happy, only 8-9 from him compared to his performance on the last map. Definitely not as strong, 10-9 for on-screen. But now that they switch over, we'll see if they're able to maybe feel a little bit more comfortable playing on the aggressive side of things. Artis and Angel, 34 combined kills in that first half. Here's the Cyber Cage on long, but Angel will be the one to strike first. As they try to make their way towards short, Angel at least gets one, drops the smoke down as well, gonna hide now in the corner. The attacking side backing off. Look at the aggression coming out. 3 players pushing through on C. They're never going to anticipate this. They are now pinched in, sewn into this position. But the attacking side is actually doing okay dealing with the flank. You've still got one more coming in on the flank. Are they prepared for it? It's Miss Rage. Artis, meanwhile, finds the players over on the A side. It works out quite nicely there for Team Angel, who finds their 9th in the pistol.
Okay, let me just tell you that every time I've personally played Haven, the rounds that I lose on attack is when the defense gets confident. When they push in, when they start being the ones that decide when the fights happen and how they happen, that is where the attack have to say, we have to hit, and we have to hit hard, or else the other team's not going to respect us. And in that case, they took their time. Of course, you can do that, rightfully so, on any map. But Team Angel, they got they got a little impatient, and it definitely paid off for them.
One of the ways I love to play Cypher on this map is aggressive on C long. Throw a deep cam out and just push if you don't spot anything. Happy and company now trying to do some damage to this defending side. Got the dart coming in from on screen to reveal anyone inside garage. There's no one there. The Jet is over in a different position in the B site, and the Sage playing in the C site. Artist is going to go down. Taimou, though, looking strong right now with the SMG. Took out both players on the B site. The defense is gone. Taimou's found 3 now. There's one more over towards C. Taimou hungry right now, and he's looking for a snack. It's going to be pyth who falls, and Taimou finds the 4K on the round. soulcas stealing away the ace there on the opposite side connector. So Team Taimou come in hot after losing the pistol and pick up a 5th round.
Whew. That is very, very important for Team Taimou, especially moving on into the second half, where things get a little bit more important round after round. You force up, and you come out on top. And now Team Angel, they're going to be scrounging for pennies and dimes. Of course, we're seeing Angel here buy the Vandal. They need to get their credits in order. Having Angel there on the weaponry might be able to be the ticket that at least gets them a couple of kills to knock down the economy, but we'll see just yet how that pans out. He's pushing quite aggressively through the courtyard. The shots will connect, and it's Happy that it's taken down a crucial member of the Team Taimou High. Now it's a 4v5 as they're looking towards their first site.
Cage triggered.
Nade going out deep. Miss Rage reacting, just trying to dodge any potential clusters landing. Last round was a great force buy coming in from Team Taimou here. They're at even strength at a 4-on-4 currently. As you see the smokes come down, pyth starts spraying away at nothing. There's no one there. But thought maybe saw something. Backing off now and joining the rest of the team. You've only got one playing off this A site. It's Breach, who's over inside C short, right on the other side of the doors. And it looks like they might just go straight up mid towards the B side. You've got Angel rotating back around. The Sage is trying to get into position, but now seeing the smokes come in, they're going to make the call. Breach starting to come through with the frenzy. pyth is waiting for it. There's the bomb buddy going out as well, spotting out potential positions. The flank now also here from Artist. Took forever to work with the Ghost. It's come down to 1, though. It's Angel, who's got 22 HP and has picked up a rifle off this. They've reduced it down to 2. This isn't bad coming in from Team Angel, considering this is just pistols. Sneaks around the corner. The shot just narrowly misses the skull of onscreen.
I have to say, when I was watching Artist there, it looked like he was playing Dance Dance Revolution. He was bobbing and weaving, trying to avoid the shots. Of course, he does finally end up with the kill, but it was really hilarious to watch him kind of bob up and down. Reminds me a little bit of drop shotting in Call of Duty. Of course, you can't prone in this game, but very interesting to see how he maneuvered his way through there. Now going to be having the operator in his hands. Currently at the top of the leaderboards, 20-8. Team Taimou, though, hot on the heels of the defense, looking to try to keep the rounds on. Eventually tie us up. See how they do in this round up ahead.
Miss Rage early on. The wallbang kill onto Taimou. That was over on the A site. Also going by the name Bread Lotion. She'll be punished for staying in that aggressive position. soulcas waits for the cyber cage to go down, just connects almost instantaneously. So the A side may be a little bit weaker, but you do have a powerful piece here currently. That would be Artist, who's got the operator as well over on long. Gonna have to worry about that player coming up on short. The dart doesn't reveal the position as Artist is around the corner. And I'm curious what's going on. Is Artist holding an angle that he couldn't see that? It looked like Artist should have seen that, right?
Maybe.
Did he lag out?
Oh, rough. Maybe, possibly. We haven't seen a pause come out yet or any information. We'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the case. But the quick rotate over from Taimou and company, trying to get through over towards the C site. It'll be Happy that takes down Angel, and all down to one final Breach player trying to defend the C site.
if Artist lags out, it makes sense why Miss Rage stayed up long and stayed aggressive, trying to defend the teammate that was potentially trying to reconnect. Because Artist was exposed on long with an operator, and like 3 players crossed, and he didn't shoot. You can see him pretty clear. So really interesting what happened. I'm wondering if we'll see a pause come out after this. Definitely a bit frustrating, as that was the round they invested an operator into the mix. Would like to see this Breach go back over and pick up the op on long, and it's looking like that might be the play. Breach is currently running over there, and actually Happy seems to believe that that might be the case as well, trying to prevent the pickup. Not going to get there in time, though, necessarily. Oh, here's the wall boost, maybe?
Oh,
Doesn't work out so well.
Close. Pip will take it up, but knows that he is now being hunted. Unfortunately, Pit can't squeeze through the door there. Spike gonna explode. Down to just seconds here. Shot will connect. It's a very expensive hunt now. The manhunt, unfortunately, not going to go over to the favor of Team Taimou, but they will put a round on the board.
I think they paused too early.
Yeah.
I think they paused before the round ended. So as a result, we have what's happening here. There you go. That was interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I am being told by production it does look like we have a DC Artist disconnected. We should have a pause come in, and there you go. So the timer stops. That was definitely a little bit frustrating there, I'm sure, for Artist, who had the operator on long. A great position to easily stop that push. I mean, we've talked about it. Artist currently sitting around 20 kills would have been in prime position to just add to that tally. But unfortunate set of circumstances.
Lots of action happening today at the G2 Esports Valorant Invitational, and not gonna lie, experienced my own DCs in my own, unrated games, so can't say I'm not used to this. Happens time and time again, and they usually come back into the swing of things. Hopefully Artists will do the exact same. Try to get us back into the action shortly. Of course, Taimou 2 rounds away from tying us up and have been playing quite well. Of course, this map a little bit more favorable for Team Angel. Bind did not work out quite well for them. I think they were only able to put 5 on the board, and so the 13-5 scoreline really showed how great Team Taimou were playing. But this time around, we are seeing much more of a competitive match for Team Angel. Maybe they might take us to map 3, or maybe Team Taimou will come back, but so far it is Team Taimou in the driver's seat in the second half.
Yeah, if we could, can we pull up the scoreboard here and take a look and see what we've got? So 20 kills for Angel, 20 kills for Artist. Definitely a bit of a carry coming out right now from Team Captain and Artist. 40 total kills, and likely would have been a higher number had Artist not disconnected in the previous round before even having a chance to fire that operator. We'll see what this round's going to look like coming up. You've got the op in play on the other side. Taimou, of course, being the one to carry it. We'll see how long it takes for Artists to get back. Hopefully it won't be too long, as this game was really good. We were seeing a pretty close battle, much different than the previous map, where it felt like Angel kind of got bullied around a bit by Team Taimou. You'd hate to see them lose some of that momentum off this pause. That has happened at times, where a team gets hot and starts really working things, and then a technical issue or a delay causes them to kind of cool off a bit, gives their opponent some time to talk things over. Obviously, these are all hypotheticals, though. Now, moving into this round, looking at this round specifically, even with the op saved, Artist is going to be on one of the few players on the team with a buy. You're going to have the operator for Taimou. You're going to have the rifles for everyone else. You've got 2 ults as well. You've got the orbital strike and the showstopper. Now, Artist does have the ult, so it almost feels like an awkward time to save the op, because Artist could actually give the op over to somebody else and pop the ult and be just as useful with the knives out, which we might very well see. We might see somebody else rock that operator, maybe even Hip just keeps it. Hip had a nice shot there towards the end with that operator on the crossing player, the Sova, on screen, on site. So there's certainly possibilities there. It looks like Artist has now reconnected and has picked up the operator. So we'll see how well Artist can impact this round. Artist actually has money as well to potentially drop one. They could get really creative if they wanted to. They could have Angel spend some money and drop something over, or they could have one of their players who's struggling drop an SMG over to Angel, let him buy armor, surround the op. That's the level of economic stuff we haven't really seen in Valorant too much, where it's like, okay, this player's having a great game. Let's make sure we can get them a gun. So we're going to sacrificially buy them a gun, drop, and I'll take a pistol. So they'll buy them whatever they can use and just rock limited hardware, knowing that that person could swing the round around.
Yeah, I've been listening a little bit to the Do Not Peak Valorant podcast, Valoranting, and one thing they touched on in their most recent episode is sometimes Valorant can feel like the whole team is really just pulling their weight. And so having a player like Artis can really showcase how one player can put the team on his back and really start to perform. But that isn't really the whole story here for Team Angel. Angel himself, the team captain, putting on quite the performance as well. But you're not wrong when it comes to Artis really landing those shots on the operator.
So now we're just waiting. It looks like we may have lost another player, potentially, as on-screen is not moving. So, rip on-screen.
To be fair, neither is
From
neither
on-screen
is
to
Artis.
off-screen.
Neither is Artis, to be quite honest. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here. Maybe there's, who knows? Who knows? A little bit disappointing, though. We would love to continue, obviously. And we're not going to not continue. We're just waiting for the players at this point, so there's not much that we can do. We're at the mercy of the players who called the pause currently.
I have heard that there are some technical difficulties in the other best of 3 as well. And so it seems to be like it is a little bit more of an internet thing, kind of across the board, and rather not just artists in particular. I know the chat's memeing, probably going ham, theory crafting all their best titles and fresh, hot cooked memes off the press, but might just be you know, a natural internet thing. It happens to everybody, happens to even probably you and I at times. You know, not gonna say that the U.S. internet is the best at all times, depending on who you're with. So.
Well, I think at this point what we're going to do, guys, is throw things to a very quick break. We're not sure how long this pause is going to take to resolve. It looks like there is a technical issue, but the match is currently paused. It's not over. It's not forfeited. There's nothing like that happening. It's just paused. So if you guys could, please bear with us while we take a brief break, and we'll be jumping back into the action as soon as the players are ready. Well, it looks like we are ready to jump back into the action as the pause has finally come undone. Do apologize there for that delay. Not much could be done on our side. Just had to wait. We were at the mercy, the whim of the players.
Right here.
But it looks like we are jumping right back into things here. As we kick off, we've got the shotgun playing close on short. Hip puts one right into the chest of soulcas, but soulcas will come out on top of the duel. Artist with that op brought in from the previous round, saved by the player who just actually died. Gonna at least find one. Bread Lotion also picking off Happy over on the C site. So we are at even strength right now, 3-on-3. Pit pushing up inside the Cyber Cage, drops out that tripwire. There's the ult coming out, the Neural Theft coming in from the Cypher on defense. Missed shot from Artist, not going to get many more opportunities. The ult's going to get popped, though. The knives are out. The first one coming in for Artist, not going to find a second. Taimou squeezes a bullet over top of that box. And now the A site is there, as it'll be a 2-on-2 in the post plan.
It's going to be Yurii alongside the Cypher, trying to push back onto the site. soulcas, as well as Taimou, waiting down Banana to try to give coverage onto the site, looking up in heaven as well. And looks like they'll just be making their way down on the low ground. And a shot's going to come through. Yurii will be taken down, all up to one final member, Miss Rage. Shot to the face. Taimou cleans things up. Almost going to tie us up here, 8-9, Team Taimou. Looked like a really close round. Team Angel will now have their full buy. Not sure if they had full weapons last round, but let's have a quick look at some of that replay here from Taimou. Great stuff coming out.
Nice shooting from Taimou there. As it is Taimou who has picked up the operator for the attack. And while we've profiled Artist several times talking about how strong he's been with that operator, Taimou hasn't been too shabby himself. A little bit off the mark, though, with the molly as it lands on the roof. Not exactly where it was intended to go, but it was at least fun to watch.
Oh, close there from Taimou. Shot onto Artist. Down to the 5v4 here.
You will not
Team Taimou, the Resurrection will put on-screen back into the mix. The Orbital Strike will deny that Resurrection as well. They're ready towards the A side. Unfortunately, no tripwires. They'll shoot it down. Now make their way easily over. One member up in the sewers. They don't really expect it quite yet. A couple of shots already going to come through from Miss Rage, punishing them for not checking that rotation through. Happy finding one onto Angel as well as Artist. Able to refrag back into his favor. Smoke's going to go down here for Taimou. They're still looking to take control of this A site, but it's going to be Team Angel ready to fight back.
Spike being planted. The breach charge just to the right of the spike. Taimou is going to drop the orbital strike into heaven. There's the push coming in, though. Oh, the tremor hitting Pit, but wisely not shooting, just calling out positions, letting his team know where they're at. Taimou is going to get wrapped around on by Yurii, but Yurii, they knew exactly where he was. So well played by Pit, who just sat in that position, didn't make a peep, just calmed to his team and let them know what was going on. Well played.
Now we're tied up 9-9, and Team Angel are unfortunately on the eco. Likely going to have to save their economy for the weaponries at hand. Patient play here from Pit. The shots were clean, but not able to take down Team Taimou. Valiant play, biding his time. And it's always those angles that you don't expect, or keeping it mixed up can definitely throw your opponent for a loop, and Pit doing exactly that there in that instance. Now moving on to the next round, round number 19. shot's going to connect. Happy will take down Yurii. One more hiding in Cubby. It's Happy cleaning up, and the eco here already not off to a hard start. Happy with another. One more down in short, but it's Artis that'll have his number. But still, it's just down to 2 here now for Angel.
And they've got control of the A site as well. Look at this play from Artis, though. Maybe spots the spike, and oh no, it's looking like we might have another problem here as on-screen disconnects potentially. That's a gun upgrade for Artis. This is now a 1-on-3. His teammate on the site's been lost. Artis is on 22 HP. So the spike will be planted. We'll find ourselves in the post-plant where Artis is likely going to try and set up for some post-plant exit kills. One of the things I do want to say, though, we talked about it coming out of that pause and going into it as well. Was Team Angel going to be able to continue their momentum? Or were things going to get halted just a bit? And we've seen just early on here following that pause how Team Taimou has regrouped collectively and managed to connect on several opportunities. You know, Taimou's hitting the shots with the operator, and Happy is back to happy form, pushing into that C site.
Artis going to try to be a plant, be one with the plant. What is he doing? I think he's trying to figure out if he can hide in there as effectively as possible. They're not even close to hunting him down. He'll be fine, but cheeky little spot there to hide in the plant. Be one with the vegetation in the area. Team Taimou now with the round lead, 10-9. Of course, it will be Team Angel that now have the weaponry to try to fight back. If they lose this round, I feel like the repercussions are going to be very grave. So, crucial one to win if they do not want Team Taimou to run away with things, because don't really know if they'll have the economy in the round to follow. It's already looking a little grim. We're down to the triple digits for some. So not enough to keep afloat if they lose this round. So very crucial for them to bounce back here as Team Taimou are looking to continue their presence and domination. But another pause, as I believe on-screen has had the same difficulties that Artis has been having with the internet and the disconnecting. See if he bounces back shortly.
Yeah, people had mentioned before that his stream was also going down. So it is apparently an ISP issue on his end. Hopefully it'll get resolved quickly, because again, we don't want to have these long delays. We want to get through these matches just as much as you guys do. It feels like, you know, sometimes it takes the wind out of the sails of the game to a certain degree. Looking at the scoreboard right now, there's Artis at the top, 26-11, 21-14 for Angel. On the other side, you've got Taimou 19-12, Happy 15-15. Not quite the performance we've expected from him. Still not bad, but definitely not on par with his typical level of performance. The last couple of games, or the last game, we saw him put up some significant numbers, and I expect that to be a trend throughout the day. It looks like on-screen is back, so we should be jumping into things momentarily.
Preparation for the round at hand. Looks like they're going to be looking towards A, and Artis will be waiting there with a fistful of operator, ready to do some damage. And it looks like the peak will be with the buddy system. Miss Rage going to join Artis and looking down Banana. So those early picks can definitely open up the round here for Team Angel. Let's see if that's going to be the case. We're going to start things off with the spy camera just to see who's on the other side. They hear that beautiful sound, and as a result, have to back away. A little bit of a peek there from Angel, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for him, he'll escape with his life. Artis already taking down Pit, and they're actually moving ever so slightly closer. Artis trying to get a little bit of a look in. And always around the corner comes on screen. He'll be taken down, and it's a battle of the ops. Artis and Taimou. Taimou will come out on top. Switching to the Ghost here. Artis looking to try to get a little bit of damage. Takes around the corner. The shots are good. 3 beautiful kills here for Artis. And now reloading his weapon. Trying to escape. It's Happy who's now on the chase. But it's still Artis back into his form like he never left. Shots are good from Happy, but Angel will quickly trade it back. And now it's all up down to soulcas.
I have the spike.
I like the awareness there from Artis too, using those cloud flares to push in, or the smokes to push in closer. I really like the approach. And I like the fact that he understood that if he goes for that reload on the operator, he was out of bullets. He had to go down to the Ghost, and as a result, he's able to beat out Taimou there in the end. Team Angel back on the scoreboard yet again, 10-10. As we've got the op now in Artis's hands, almost hitting 30 kills Again, we mentioned it, disconnecting at a pivotal point in that second half, right when he purchased the op, on an A side execute no less, would have been able to easily get at least 2 kills given the way he's played thus far. Taimou also picking up the performance to try and match the output coming in from Artis. When we're now into round 21 in the second map, and overtime still looming as a possibility.
Artis. Like he's his own king of banana here on Haven. Pyth going to find Miss Rage, Artis' companion in crime. Still looking for whoever is trying to peek their head down A long, and they'll call those rotates over to C now as on-screen finds a great kill with the Hunter's Fury onto Yurii. Now 2 remain here holding down C short. Angel will defend the doors, and Happy will be the one that is paying that price. Still, the C site is quite open. Hip repositions over and over and over again, but soulcas will take him down. Now it's up to the 2v3 Artist on the opposite side of the map. With that spike down, he's going to have to make his way over, and here comes the retake.
2-on-3, big round coming out for both teams. There's the ult pop from Artis. The Jet pulling out the blades. As it's time to head in towards the site, right on the money on Taimou. That's the operator going down. That's huge. The showstopper comes in, gets both. soulcas with the 3K on the round. 2 of them from the showstopper right around the corner. And yeah, a little bit of spice at the end of the round as well. Big round coming in for Team Taimou.
Yeah, a little bit of English breakfast coming out from soulcas, giving him the business. Tipping the bag in the cup. That's looking at Artis' perspective. Gets the first kill onto Taimou. And then once you hear that vocal sound, there's no escaping it. The showstopper finds 2. Really crucial considering we are nearing the end of this map. If Team Taimou can walk away with the clean 2-0, they can comfortably feel they'll move on in the group, but there are still many more games to go. The 2-0 victory will at least give confidence moving forward. Now looking towards the A site, it's Team Taimou that have their wits about them. Artis now going to be slowly rotating back over into Heaven, and he's going to be there with the op, looking down at his opposition. Rage as well on the site. They'll take down Artis, a crucial member down. It's Miss Rage that'll be able to shoot some through the box. They'll start the funnel through 2 quick kills, but the res nullifying that attack. And now here comes the retake here from Team Angel.
Oh, you've got one on the flank. That's going to be Angel. He's now been spotted out. And of course, it's going to be Taimou that hits that quick shot coming out of the operator, just barely escaping the Rolling Thunder, but it's all up to Breach alone. Taimou with the operator. We've been talking about his opponent more than him, but he delivers when necessary. 12-10. Team Taimou currently at the finish line, match and map point here on Haven.
Taimou has got himself all the weaponry that he needs. He's got an assault rifle. He's got an operator in case things don't work out. Artis, unfortunately, has got a ghost. So a very rough round ahead. If they can get some early picks, it's going to be huge. Angel going to find 1. But it's quickly traded away for Artis. They don't have the res as well to bring him back into the mixer. He can no longer influence the game. 1 more going to be up in C short. It's Happy that finds 2 quick kills, and it's falling apart here for Team Angel. Angel himself will peak, but Taimou takes him down. All up to Miss Rage, starting strong with 1 kill onto Pyth, but still 2 more members remain. Spike yet having to go down.
Give me a corpse.
Dual theft as well, looking to be used, but unfortunately, I feel like she still could have used it on the person that she just killed, but maybe just misclicked or something. That misclick may have punished her